Good morning. Thanks for joining me again on another walk. Not the walk I was planning to be doing today, but owing to a road closure, I've ended up just going a bit further and parking up down near Errwood Reservoir in the Goyt Valley, and I'm just going to head up past Errwood Hall and up across Cat's Tor and Shining Tor and back down Shooter's Clough. Now, it is a walk I've done before on the channel, but I don't think it was in these conditions. As you can see, it's a pretty grim and grey day, and I think up on the top it'll be down in the clouds. So yeah, I'm all covered over in my waterproofs, and should be a nice walk. So why not stick around and see what I can't see in the clouds. Wonderful trees down through the grounds of Errwood Hall. It is a lovely place. Yeah, so Errwood Hall, I think it was the ancestral home of the Grimshaw family, but then it was closed and it went to ruins when they built the reservoir, I think. Sorry about a bit of noise that you might be able to hear in the background. There's a bit of forestry work going on, removing some of the old pine plantations, which is a good thing in some ways, opens up a bit more diversity, but then everything has its downside, because one of the pine plantations around here is the only place I've seen in the Peak District for crossbills, so I'm sure that'll probably remove a lot of their habitat, so whether they'll still visit the area, who knows. Fair old climb up that first bit from the reservoir. Path's a bit muddy, but not too bad if you keep your eye on where you're walking. So I'm just heading below Foxlow Edge at the moment. There's a couple more little points of interest up here. There's a little tiny chapel called the Spanish Chapel. There's also the remains of a miner's cottage, because there used to be coal mining up here, and I won't really be visiting either of them because I'm on a bit of a route march today because I'm running late. Chapel, sometimes called the Spanish Chapel. It's just down there, but we're heading up the hill towards Pinchair. we've just reached Pimchair and we've taken the path to the left, heading along across Cat's Tor and up to Shining Tor. And we ain't going to be getting any views today, folks. Yeah, and it's only low cloud. It's visibility is probably about almost what, 70-80 meters or something like that. So it's yeah, it's just all the beautiful views down over towards Shutlingslow and whatever. Ain't going to be there for us today. But it's great to be up here anyway. Haven't seen many people. Just a couple walking a large bunch of lovely spaniels, and two ladies who I could hear from about 5 minutes before I saw them talking exceedingly loudly to each other for some reason. But they seem to be enjoying themselves. Said hello. Visibility's dropped a bit. It's probably down to about 30 meters or something now. But for low visibility, you couldn't get a safer walk than this. It's a really well defined path across the top. So yeah, it's quite an interesting one to do in the snow, but it's you never run the risk of getting lost, that's for certain. And look at the amazing views from Shining Tor today. It's over to Mac Forest and panning round towards Shutlingslow somewhere. Normally, no matter how quiet this walk is, you still get a bunch of trig hoggers around Shining Tor. So today I get to do a solo trig point selfie at Shining Tor. Right, just heading away from Shining Tor now. I had a quick sandwich and a drink of water. I'm just heading down to pick up the path down to Shooter's Clough now. And yep, still cloud, drizzle and no views, but yeah, just a nice sense of isolation up here. It looks like the fences and way markers have all been busted, or else they've collapsed. But we're just doing a left down here by this wall. That takes us down Shooter's Clough. Errwood Reservoir just comes into view again as you start to drop down out of the clouds. Quite picturesque, even on a day like today. And just a few more yards down here, there's an opening on the left. You can either carry on straight down through some field and woodland back to the car park, or you can head on further down into Shooter's Clough and down through the grounds of Errwood Hall again. And the last time I did the latter, even in the summer, the path was it was like a raging torrent. You know, I think the stream sort of like broken its banks in places and just taken the route of the path. So I'm sure you'd love to see me get my feet wet through, wouldn't you? So I think I'll take that one. There's been precious little else to show you on this walk with the weather. So we'll see if that comes good. a bit of a pattern, these broken gates. I'll leave you to draw your own conclusion who's doing it. Saddening, innit? On a grey day, chances are you'll get something that just stops you in your tracks. Fabulous down here, really beautiful. The stretch that was running with water is fairly dry in comparison to last time I was down here, so maybe it was just the banks of the little stream that had burst or something like that. But yeah, it's starting to get a bit wet down here, but it's nothing like it was. Entrances up to the hall. Right, just getting around to the last stretch now before we drop down to the van and wrap it up here. Turned out a nice walk considering it wasn't the walk I was planning on doing, and the weather's a bit on the grim side, but yeah, really enjoyed it. About 7 miles overall. As I say, I've done this walk before on the channel, but I'll throw in a link to it below in case you're unfamiliar with it. I think most local people are well versed with this one though. But yeah, really nice on a quiet day with not too many people about. So thanks very much if you've stuck with me this far, and if you've enjoyed it, maybe you'd do me the favour of giving it a thumbs up, and maybe even subscribing if you haven't already. But thanks for watching anyway. I'll catch you very soon and see you on another walk or a hike or camp or something. And take care. Bye now.